real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Oh, we paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Watch real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above. And if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time. You can do it right. Shoshie can. Enter my world. Watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady in. You can do it right. Shoshie can. Enter my world. Watch real close. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Hello, it is Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and I am in the process of getting my Patreon updated to let them know that I'm streaming right now. So I'm going to publish this link real quick so that everybody knows to come. There we go. We're going to link that. Yay. All right, hopefully that works. Oops, I haven't. Hello, it is Shoshie from Shoshie's Minis, and I am in the process. Now I'm listening to myself. My Patreon updated. All right. To let them know that so I'm going to go ahead and also let the guy on Twitter know. So today what we're going to be doing before we get started is I'm going to be painting the Otherworld miniatures that are going to depict the diorama for the First Ed Player's Guide. And that'll be really cool. And right now, like I said, I'm in the process of getting this all set up so everybody can join. I think it went live. Here we go. There we go. There's the guy who commissioned. Live now. There we go. Boom. All right. And let me double check my Patreon. Make sure I got everybody invited. Nope, I did not publish. There we go. All right, we're all set. So this is the model from Otherworld Minis. It looks like the cover of the first ed player's guide, and I'm going to be building his little dungeon. If you go ahead and look at if you go ahead and look at the first ed player's guide, that's what we're going to be doing today. So hopefully I will be able to see some people here. Let me make sure I'm okay. I'm just making sure I can see what people. There we go. Let me look at my comments. Dun, dun. Perfect. Okay. One more minute. It's going to take me 2 more minutes. There we go. Sign into chat. Now I got it. All right. So now if anybody is in the chat, I'll be able to see what they are saying. And everybody, oh, I'm going to let the Discord know as well that we are live. Announcements. Here we go. Announcements. Okay. Sorry for those of you watching this on YouTube on replay. It's a little bit disorganized, but we're going to get there. And I just have to make sure that everybody knows that I'm live. Okay. Let's do at. Okay, that should work. All right. All right, now everybody knows that I'm live, and I see Geektopia Games. Thank you so much. You love this model you're about to work on. So not only am I going to be painting, but I'm really going to be building. Let me switch to my overhead so you can see. This is the model, and I'm so glad that you are here, Geektopia. This is the model. We've got him started. But what I'm going to be doing is building his little diorama. And I've got a couple different things to help me do that. I'm going to get those right now. We've got some terrain, and I'm going to get some balsa wood. So there we go. We've got this is what I used before. I've done this once before. So now I wanted to show everybody how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to get some balsa wood from my little stash of stuff. Maybe, unless I used it already. I don't think I did. Well, that's going to put a damper on things if I can't find it. All right, well, we'll be able to work with what I have. I know I've got more balsa. There it is. I see it. Hello, Ferk. Hoo-hoo. How are you? So here's balsa wood. Unfortunately, I don't have the big planks of it in this pack. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Ha, ha, ha. This is what I needed. So this is what I'm going to be using. These planks of balsa wood, and then some of these sticks as well. We'll see. Let's get some background music on so that you guys can listen to that. Like I said, this has been a little bit chaotic for me because it's been a minute since I streamed, isn't it? How's everybody doing? Let me go to my chill tracks. Here we go. Twitch music. There we go. Play all. Yes. I'm going to turn that down just skoosh. Okay. Hopefully that's not too loud. Let me know if that is too loud. Turn it down just a little bit more. All right. You're doing good. I'm doing good as well. Like I said, just a little chaotic. So I think the last time I did this, yes. So these two put together perfectly align with being just the right dimensions to be like that. And I will have to cut things. And then what I'm going to do is, let me grab my other tools. Please feel free to chat with me if you are able to, and kibitz about your day. So this these terrain kits, these are also from the Dungeons and Dragons And like I said, yes, I used these in the first one. There we go. I'm going to clip out 2 of these. I think that's all I used last time. It's just going to save me extra time. But you could use balsa wood if you do not have this. Like I said, I think it's just makes things faster. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. I may not need even more than that. So you can see that's pretty even with those. But if we do it like this, it's even more, it fits even more. So let's see, we're gonna just eyeball that. And we have these little doodads, and they go on the back to cook these together. This is gonna be fastest diorama building. Hello, Matt and Benjamin. How are you? I'm so glad everybody's coming to the chat. The more the merrier. The client is actually going to probably hopefully join us as well. So he's going to get to see the process of his diorama being made before his eyes. Flip these over. Let me scoot this out of the way here. And then these little dudes fit together like this, and you just push that down. And I'm just going to check it, but I will end up gluing that on. I just want to make sure that it fits okay. Yep. Okay. Now we need super glue. What have you guys all been doing? What have you been painting? We're going to do a whip trip today, by the way. If you want, throw some stuff in the whip trip gallery on the Discord. There we go. All right, we've got enough glue. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a smidge glue to hold that together as well, because I want this to be really well made. Okay, so we'll glue that together first. Put that, and then we'll put these little thingamabobs on. I feel like I need to put some gloves on because I'm scared. I just got my nails done. Aren't they pretty? And I'm scared I'm going to get super glue on them. See, I'm already gluing myself to the paper here. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, now we've got this little disc, and that's our base that he's going to sit on. See, like that. Oh, I need 2 more. I need 2 more because we're going to make the back of his little archway as well. Tension pieces you've been printing. That's cool. What is tension? We're gonna have to look at what you've been working on. Clippy clip clip. There we go. Just gonna smooth that a little bit. None of this is gonna show, so I really don't have to pay too much attention to that. Clip, clip, clip. Archon Studio, Dungeons and Dragons Fantasy Core Set, if you're wanting to get some of these tiles for yourself. I think they make nice, I can throw this back. Oh, and I need to get out 2 more of these little doodads. Oh, you know what I just realized? These little things go... Ah, now I don't have to fill them. Oh my gosh. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to do that. I didn't realize that the first time I did these. I didn't know that these were little rivet things. That's perfect. So let's see. There, it looks like there's a direction for these. Okay. I'm just going to put a little smidge glue in there. Just a little bit. Okay. Whoa. Dropping it. So I have been working on a Spellcrow model, this, and 2 Kingdom Death models. If you follow me on, I don't know if you follow me on TikTok, I've been reposting. Let's do it like this. Maybe it'll be easier. Yeah, that seems to be. This is my downfall, is I went and splurged and spent money on these nails, and now they're like getting in my way. Right? You guys love watching me build because it's such a shanda. Did I tell you what the Yiddish word shanda means? It's a shanda. It means like it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. I'm going to have to use some kind of pliers. Let's use these little pliers and put this in. That way I don't have to get my nails all messed up. Somehow. Maybe. Maybe not. Ah! There. Okay. That is very pokey outy, but let me flip it on the other side. I feel like I can deal with it being on the other side. You just uploaded your pictures of your Slender Man. Oh, my doorbell. Here we go. There we go. Silent mode. For the whip trip, and now I'm happy to watch you while continuing magnetizing your Katie armor. Good. There. Okay. It looks like it's still going to need a little bit of filler, but at least it's going to hold better, I think. I wonder. Let's just put a smidge glue again. Okay. That way I guess I have to use less filler material, which is fine. All right, that feels much more sturdy as well. Okay. So again, we still need 2 more of these. You know what? Oh my gosh, I'm finding all of these hacks. So this can go here. I'm gonna, do I want to do that? I don't want to do that because I don't want that lip. If it were flesh, then I would totally do it, but it's not. Boom, bummer. Okay, we're not gonna use that. I was hoping I could. We'll just still clip these out though. Shanda. Oh yeah, okay, so here's how it's spelled in the Yiddish, but it's probably the exact same thing. And then I guess in German it's Schande. It means shame or disgrace. So frick, they have Duolingo has Yiddish now, and it's very similar to German. I found out that Yiddish is not a dialect. It's actually its own language. It's a shame or a disgrace. A Schande. And then in German, Schande. S-C-H-A-N-D-E. Very likely they influenced each other. Hello, DGM. Yay, and you have admin abilities too. That is awesome. All right. I'm glad to see everybody is here. We just taught everybody the Yiddish word for a disgrace. It's a Schande. A shame or disgrace. Because there we go. Okay, so this and this, and that's going to go like this together, right? We're going to end up gluing that together. Flip it again. You're going to get to see everything we already showed everybody. These little things just pop right in there. Nice. What have you been working on, Bachelor. There we go. And I do think I'm going to use those little doodads because they are very handy. And I think they're supposed to, oh, there's different ones. This one is different. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in the hair. Look at that. It's completely different. We'll just put a little glue. Partly why I'm trying to build this part fast is because I recognize that it could be potentially boring for you to watch. So I'm trying to make this as interesting as I can without gluing myself, which is funny. Okay. There we go. All right, let's tap that in. Nope, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. I thought it was going to, but it's not. We're going to put it in on the other side. Looking after the wife and painting the surfer witch. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, yeah. Her name is, what is her name? From Aradia Miniatures. She's such a cool model. I can't remember her name either now. There. Just like that. Hello, Jennifer. How's it going? Got a nice little group of people in here. I want to take a moment to show everybody. This is the model that we're going to be making. I think that everybody's going to be pretty happy with it. And then I have another one of the laser print. This isn't the laser print. Hang on, I'm going to get the laser print for you. Where'd it go? Or maybe not. Oh, did I leave? There it is. Here's the laser print. And then I also have Jen's print somewhere as well. Let's show you the difference. I can show them both. Here's the laser print. And it's just got a little bit of white primer on top of it. And that one came out really detailed. And I primed this one black just in case it was easier to see. Whoopsie. So what's nice about this model is you could fill in this hole and just have a man instead of an angel if you want to change him up. There we go. Very nice. And I don't know if you can see the details on the face, but they're just amazing. Now comes the fun part with the finger glue. Exactly. That's exactly me. Finger glue. Whoa! I went to go sit on my chair and it slipped out from underneath me. Thankfully, I'm okay. All right. We're going to get one more of these little dudes. This is the finger glue part. You're right. So, like I said, put your stuff in the whip trips. We're going to do whip trips today so we can look at everybody's work and help out. Okay, that one's not as far in. Hold on, let me do this. There. Now it's in. All right. So both of these, oh, you know what? I don't like that. I'm going to have to clip that off because that's one, one of those. There, that works fine. And then we can sand it or file it or whatever we need to do. Magnetize the wings, exactly. Yes, magnetize. That is true. You could do both. So as soon as he becomes a man, guess what? He gets a soul, right? Because angels can't have souls, but men can. So you could do a whole diorama about like a before and after idea. Did you ever see, there's a movie, it's a German movie, Frerk. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Maybe Wings of Desire, I can't remember. Let me find it. But it's the movie that City of Angels is based on. I think maybe it's not German. City of Angels. Yep, no, it is German. It's called Wings of Desire. It is called Wings of Desire. Oh yeah, two angels, Damiel and Cassiel, glide through the streets of Berlin, observing a bustling population, providing invisible rays of hope to the distressing, but never interacting with them. And then Damiel falls in love with the lonely trapeze artist, Marion, and the angel longs to experience life in the physical world, so he becomes a human. That's kind of my inspiration for this model, actually. Yes, it's okay if you laugh, especially if it's funny. Okay, there we go. That is so smooth. I should have just done it from the front and cut it, shouldn't I? Let's do both of them. Let's clip them both. If you ever get a chance, watch Wings of Desire. It's old. It's an old black and white movie, but I think it's supposed to be in black and white because of the genre, kind of like a noir film. It's super good though. There we go. All right, that's flat. I wonder, hold on. I wonder, can I do this? Can I put that in there? I can. Hold on, I'm going to do it. A little drop of glue, and then we're going to see if I can put that in there. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. Oh my gosh. Very helpful. There. See, this is how I'm filling all the holes. You're afraid you do not know this movie. Let me see if there's, what's the German name? So it's starring Peter Falk, Bruno Ganz. I don't know if there's a human. Der Himmel über Berlin. Maybe that's the name of it. Maybe that's the German name of it. The sky over Berlin. That'd be pretty. All right, let's try to put that in there. Half of my model building is like making things up as I go. So just so you know, I am making it up as I go. But this is working out super well, so I'm just gonna see if I can clip this in half. There we go. Clippy clip. So there's an American movie that the movie is like was a remake kind of it, or inspired by. And the American movie is called City of Angels. Ah, perfect. Okay, so you see all these? I would have spent hours mixing clay, and now maybe I can just cut these pieces in half and fit them in instead. We can just do that. That would be so much faster. Look at that. I'm going to do it. Hopefully it'll work. The best model makes it more interesting. Yes, it will. Just almost glued it to the side there. Okay. Nope. Stay. All right, I'm going to do a little touch of this Abgrund der Nacht. I think that's how it's called, the Abyss of the Night. That sounds like it. There we go, just a drop. And you can tell that my Instaset is almost gone because I spill it all the time. Glue it, then cut it. Yeah, that's my plan. I like your style. That's a good way to do it. There we go. We'll put all the little doodads in. Because the last time I did this, I filled all of these little edges with the, what do you call it? The putty. I spent a long time filling them with putty, and I don't think it's necessary. You could just fill it with this. Be fast. Important thing is, how does it look at the end? Is it okay looking at the end? That's the most important part. Okay. Two more. Nope, four more. So I'm kind of hoping that the guy who commissioned me to do this comes and joins us. I sent him the link. I guess he was one of my Twitter followers. There were actually a lot of people who wanted me to remake this model, basically. And I don't usually do that. Once I build a diorama, it's because dioramas are pretty intense. I don't generally ever do it again. But I felt like this particular diorama needed a video with it, and I didn't do any kind of streaming or anything in the past with it. So that was my thinking. It's like, I will do this at least once, and if I can make a good stream, then my Patreon followers will really get something out of it too. Okay, a little bit of Insta-Set on each spot. Okay. Did you guys miss me? It's been a month since we've seen each other. I do have to say, it has been, so especially since I had a major block. Do you guys remember the big old necromancer dragon that I did? More, please. Yes. The big old necromancer dragon that I did, I shipped it to someone, and it ended up breaking in shipping, which was very unfortunate. Let's do a little Insta-Set on these. All right. And that is all set now. The Insta-Set is set. Let's see if I can clip. Yes, it's very soft. Wow. Oh, poop. That was a bad idea. Let's try cutting it with an X-Acto instead. Maybe it'll be better. Shoshie withdrawal is not cool. Oh, I know, but you know what? My mental health was like, okay. So when this happened to me, I wasn't able to get anything done until everything was resolved. The guy had shipped it back to me so that I could fix it. And then once it was fixed and sent back to him and he was happy, I was okay. But up until that point, I was a mess. Because it's never happened to me before. I've never had something break. Especially something that big and expensive. There we go. I'm still going to have to fill it. Why did I spend... Yeah, I'm still going to have to fill it. Well, we'll just cut these pieces. We'll just clip them. And if they don't clip, then that's fine. And if they do, there, that one clipped. Because like I said, I'm still going to have to fill it. This is working really well, though. Well-ish. Well-ish, well enough. How's that? Well enough. There. Okay. That's good. All right, now we're going to do the filling part. I have black and I have white and I also have gray somewhere, but I don't, there's my gray. Yeah, we're going to use the gray because the gray is my favorite. Plus it'll be really hard to see. Gray Fix It, although I do have a lot of black. Let's use the black. And then I have part B, which is, this is the part B. And I like to, let's get a nice piece of it here. Now that I'm doing stuff that doesn't require tons of attention, you can talk to me and I can answer questions. But basically that's what caused I had really bad artist block and it was pretty bad. So now I'm finally back in the saddle and things are good now. You want equal pieces of the Fix It because this is a 2-part epoxy putty. Okay, let's see if these are the same. They're not the same, are they? They're close. There's a little bit too much black. There we go. Now we got it. You can hear the crickets. My gecko's crickets. You were given a pair of those clippers by your wife and they're really good. Yes, they are really good. They're normally, I don't know for sure if you can get anything like this on the internet, like on Amazon. If somebody, I know you can definitely get the pin drill. You can get a pin drill just like this on Amazon, but I've not seen clippers this good anywhere. And I would say for your money, the clippers and the scraping tool, they're your best bets if you're going to buy tools from GW, because they're really nice. Okay. Now we can take some of this and fill in the sides. This is all the ticky stuff. I know that you guys probably are thinking, ho hum. We're going to just fill the whole thing here. I'll put it in and then I'll flatten it out. There we go. Can burnish it nice. I'm going to take this out. This is not working for me. Now, as this cures, we'll hopefully, if it, there we go. Perfect. There. Smooth it. All right, I'm, for now, just not going to worry about the other pieces for now. But I do want to get this part, those little side pieces filled in. You always skipped scraping tools so far. Yeah, you can just, I found out that you can use the side of your X-Acto knife. Like, if you use this side, there's actually a little space right here that is nice for scraping, and you can scrape with the back. You always used easy toolbox clippers before, so you got yourself those clippers and it was a game changer for me as well. Yes, these clippers are nice. Like I said, if you're gonna buy something from GW, I think the clippers are probably the best bet. Okay. All I'm doing here is I clipped off the extra piece because I'm going to end up having to fix it anyway. There we go. Let's just take that out. Personally hate it when folks go, here's one I prepared earlier, because then you don't see why things are done. Okay. Well, this is, you're going to see all the whys, and you're going to see it from start to finish, literally. So you might have to sit through a few boring parts. All right, that's ready. Now I need to put, this is the back. Now if I hold this here, this is exactly the right, let me show you. So if you see this, it's the exact right dimensions. I can make it a little taller, but it's pretty good. Something is, there it was, this little piece. All right, so now I'm gonna have to glue these together. I think I might put it up on top. Yep, I'm gonna. I think actually the first time I did it on the side. Sometimes that little things like that matter. This is our Indian metal. I missed it. I do think that Will made a Spotify, so if you ever do miss this music, you can go to his Spotify. The razor saw is excellent as well. Yeah, I don't use the razor saw that much, but it's not bad. All right, I'm gonna hold this while I spray a little Insta-Set just to see if it's gonna stay. Nope, oops, I messed that up already. There we go. Okay, now to reinforce this joint, because I don't want anything to mess up, now I will take some putty here and I'm gonna overlap it so it'll hold it, and I need to get more. Where'd I get the panels? They're from Dungeons and Dragons Fantasy Core set, Dungeons and Lasers, Archon Studio. So you can just look up the terrain building set from Dungeons and Dragons. And I don't know if Archon Studio is going to be on that or not, but you can check. But it is like when you buy it, it does have the Dungeons and Dragons logo on it. We're going to get a lot. There we go. Make sure my light's okay. There we go. I'm going to mix this real good. We don't want to see any little pieces. It needs to be completely mixed. Yeah, no problem. So I did a video recently on TikTok that went viral. It has like 40,000 likes, or no, 40,000 views, which is still a lot. And it was all about masking with Silly Putty. I think I posted it on my other social media, so you can always check it out there if you don't have TikTok. Or you can also find me, you don't have to have a TikTok account in order to watch TikTok. Okay, now I'm going to make sure that this is flat here and flat here. I think if I remember right, I can put a little bit of putty here because it's going to get covered up anyway. And that will also help reinforce. See how I've got it in the corners? There's going to be a little thing covering that. And it'll be painted also, so you won't be able to see it. Where's my little shaper tool? Give it a little texture. Stuff piles up in the corners of the dungeon anyway, and it can just it can look like that. Come on, stick. It's not sticking because of the Instaset that's on there. Ah, it's sticking to my fingers is what it's doing. All right, there we go. Push. Now we can push that in. And when you build dioramas, you're going to hide a lot of things. So there we go. Last piece. I should have put gloves on. Okay, so that's nice and reinforced now, so that when this cures, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Just burnishing that down so that it doesn't look all lumpy. All right, so there we go. That's, and then this guy's going to fit in here. Now we need to figure out here this archway that I'm going to do. So what I think is best is I will put this here. I'm going to see, I don't know if you can see this, but do you see how there's, I need this to go down over my bridge here. So I'm going to get a pencil or a pen, doesn't matter. Here we can use this watercolor pencil. I'm going to just, no, I'm going to use a pen here. And then on this side. So the first thing I need to do now is I do a lot of guesstimating. I know like there's a lot of engineers probably in the chat, or, you know, what do you call it? You know, like analytical types. I'm not an analytical type. So I have to figure out all of this by not just basically doing this. See? Wait, see, I'm putting this up against here, so that's how I know how tall. And then I can measure here. And I know that there's ways of doing this that are going to be completely better than how I'm doing it. But I basically want a lip, a little lip. And then I have a tool I can use. This is balsa, so it's pretty soft. I can use my X-Acto if I need to. I can also use my jewelry saw, which I'll probably get that out here in a second. Am I doing this right? Yep. Okay, that's fine. And I can also clip it if I need to as well. I'm going to just go a little bit low. Probably should just get out the jewelry saw. It's probably going to take a lot less time. Let me get my jewelry saw. I'll be right back. I guess this would be like a coping saw. Here, let me show everybody. This is what it looks like. It's got a nice thick blade. All right, let's try cutting this. I might have to pull this onto the edge of my Yeah, this is much faster. Way faster. And there's other people out there that have better tools than this. Okay. This is caveman style hobbying, right? Without all your laser cutters and your your jigsaws. This is old school. I don't know why I feel very intimidated trying to talk to you guys through my process, because I feel like it is a coping saw, yes. Because I feel like I'm judging myself here. Okay, that needs to be a lot. I need to go further in, but that is the right length. So I need right about here. Okay. Let me check something. I'm gonna eyeball this. Here's the guy, and so, oh, maybe it does. I'm doing it right. Let's flip it the way. I'm just sorry. I'm just trying to imagine here. Okay, so it does need to go in a little bit more. Old school is best. Good. I feel better now. Show those young kids how we used to do it, right? All right, that is a little bit more indented in. Okay, that's going to look nice. I need to go look at my reference, and I'm going to print out my reference so you guys can see. One can be their own worst critic. Yes, yes. All right, so I'm doing the first edition player's guide, first ed. There it is. Oh, player's handbook. There we go. I'm going to print that. Let's see. Open image in a new tab. So he is pretty tightly in there, actually. So it's okay if it does overlap him a smidge, because his elbows are within the dungeon. All right. Let's go ahead and print this so you guys can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Hi to Mike. You're logging off. And Peppercorn and Biscuit and Bear. Okay, thanks so much, Matt. You have a good one. I think what I'm going to do here is just copy. So these are equal. And then cut. Okay. There's always one direction of balsa wood that's super easy to cut. And the reason why I like balsa is just it's soft. It's soft and it's actually pretty sturdy. And it's cheap. It's also cheap. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. All right, we've got our 2 pieces of dungeon. I'm just checking to see how far in they need to be, I think, might have overstepped it. Let's put this guy in here. I'm going to put a little piece of stick tack under his booty so he stays. No, that is about right. That's about right. Because it's easy, lol. I'd say we'll back that one off just a smidge. This one's right though. I'm gonna flip this because I do think I messed that up a little bit somehow. Okay. What is easy? It takes me forever because I'm overthinking it. Yeah. Okay, this time I'm getting sawdust on my keyboard. Okay. There we go. Now let's try that. Nope, it doesn't need to go in a little bit more. I think this side was a little bit too far, so let's go ahead and check. Perfect. Balsa wood, try that with oak. Oh my goodness. Oak. That would take a while to cut, wouldn't it? Because it's so hard. See how fast the balsa wood cuts? Okay. All right, now, okay, that is good. Okay, now I'm trying to decide. So now we need to basically cut along this because we just want this little small lip here. I'm just going to measure with this. Oh, and it fits right there, doesn't it? That's convenient. Just going to score it with my... The other thing you can do is score. You can score and then just... Sometimes you can just snap it like that. That's the other reason why I like balsa. Because if you're cutting on the line, it will do that. Good. Okay, so far so good. Just gonna give it a little bit of a lip here. The close grained and dense. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Just a couple. There we go. I like it. Okay, so now this is what has to happen here. We need to fill in the extra holes here with our extra panel. Oops. Okay, these two. This is the right. And I'm going to mark these because we're going to get paint on them anyway. So this is the right side and this one is the left side. Okay, now these pieces are going to go in between here. And I should probably do that first. They need to be equal. This is a narrower one. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I might not have enough balsa. Okay. I'm going to mark this. This is thinner, so I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just score them so that they're equal, because otherwise I'm going to mess them up. And then I'll cut this here. There we go. This is why, like I said, it's always good to have extra balsa around. If you make a mistake, but I don't have extra right now. Where's my little claw clipper? There we go. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Now these are equal. See? And we can make them the same height. See? So he has his little alcove that he's sitting in. And yeah, that's gonna be good. So I'm gonna mark this right here and this one here. No, I have not used a ruler yet. Okay, we can make our right angles by lining it up like that. There we go. Okay, so those are going to get cut now. Can't score them because it's against the grain. I guess you could saw partway through and then cut it, but it's going to work out, I think. Hold on. There we go. I'm scared to snap it. I'm not going to snap it. I'm going to cut it. There we go. And I do have a little filing block, or a little, do I have my block? Always have sandpaper. Here's a file. Just take off that rough edge. There, see how nice? Okay, so that is going to get glued here. And I just noticed we've got our little divots. So I'm going to take Monster off his block. We'll go ahead and see, this is already starting to firm up. Fix that. There we go. Is this interesting to you guys? I've got 4 people watching me. That's enough for me to stay live. As long as you're interested, I will stay. And like I said, we're gonna definitely do whip trips too. There we go. There. Feel that? Okay. I'm going to put a little super glue in here and then push that together because I feel like it's not, doesn't want to stay. There we go. And then I'll spray it with some Instaset, maybe. Here we go. Okay. Oh, now it's leaning. Okay. Once that cures, it's not going to lean. It's great to see someone else working. It's helpful. I appreciate watching the workflow and how you've overcome the challenges as they present themselves. And that's what it is. It is just challenge after challenge, and then you just problem solve as you go. Okay, I got to cut this one. And Ferric says, I'm always happy to hear you talking and explaining, even when I'm not saying much in chat, because I'm busy getting my parts of my hands that I accidentally glued on. That is totally fine. I don't have a good angle for sawing. There we go. There. I'm going to get my block. I've got a sanding block that's really nice. I love it. This one here. I've got a couple of them actually. I have a big one somewhere. This one's fine. Note to self, buy a new sanding block. Yeah, this side. This is like good music for my aggressive sanding. It works. There goes my mouse. All right, so that is going to fit. Awesome. It's perfect. And this one is going for this side. All right. So we're going to flip this on its side. This is also going to help reinforce. Put a little bit of glue here. Make sure that it's even enough. I think that's good. Okay, good thing about balsa wood is it glues very fast. It's very, very fast to glue. Let's put some glue here. I'm going to squeeze that together and spray it. Okay, that's good. Same thing on this side here. Wait, I'm going to sand that little. Kind of try to keep my rough edges toward the back. Okay. Make sure this matches. Hold it. Yes. Okay. Remember, those were equal. This is my right side one. I'm just going to mark that. See how I did that? And again, with this, I need to make sure it's right angle. I just use other straight edges to help me make a right angle. You can double check. Yep, that works. Okay. Sounds like nail filing. Hate that. Oh, I'm sorry. You remember last semester of Bachelor, you learned about balsa wood and you immediately loved it. Unfortunately, I had to do many models in your master's degree. Lucky now you're into minis. Were you an architect, Frerk? Because I know architects use balsa wood a lot. Is that standard? It's the regular. It's Loctite super glue professional liquid. It's what I like is it cures very fast. Usually, it at least when you first buy it does. I wonder if I could do this. Hold on. There we go. I like it snaps. All right. See that little piece? I'm going to file that off. There we go. Just getting rid of my rough edges a little bit. Uh-oh. I see a little mistake. Can you see? See how it has a little bit of a lip sticking up? How are we going to solve that? So what I will do is I will flip it upside down and draw. And then try to cut that. You're an interior designer, but before that used different kinds of cardboards. Ah. See, this is with the grain, so it's easy to cut through with this X-Acto. It's like butter. It's like butter. See? All right. Now, when I put that on, it won't. It'll be flush. Perfect. I'm going to show you how that's going to look. It's just a little tiny lip. File it down. Yes, you're right. So it's nice. It's going to get painted too. Okay. So now we're going to put glue here. Yep. I just realized something got plugged up here because I got Instaset on it or something. There we go. Oh, did you see that? It blurped out. Super glue explosion. Super glue explosion. But now it's coming out. Ow! Okay. Never glue yourself to wood. All right, we're going to do this over here. Wood is porous, and so is skin, and that's why it glues so quickly. Okay. I'm pressing that nice. See? And it's going to look ugly to start, and that's okay, because I have plans. Where'd my other side go? This is it, right? Yep, this is it. Okay. Same problem is happening where I've got to cut. Oop. We can. That was a mess. I'm rethinking that maybe the client shouldn't be watching me. Okay, we're going to cut that. Probably need to cut the other side. There we go. Now we file again. My little block. This is a very fine block too, so it's not the best for sanding actually. Filing is better. But a lot of this is going to get covered no matter what, so it's okay. All right, now we're going to cut this line right here. Did any of you ever watch a show on TV called This Old House? I feel like I was like the only girl in the world that watched This Old House. But a guy would like do all this woodworking and stuff. At least you aren't nailing it together. Yes. I always loved watching it, stuff where people built stuff. I love cutting it that on the grain. Okay. There we go. So there we're getting our little walls, and it's okay if they're not 100% equal for now, because again, we're going to make a little archway here. You did watch it. It was brilliant. It was. They don't do stuff like that now because everybody just makes YouTube videos. But you can literally find almost anything you want to watch on YouTube. Let's do a little glue right here just so that it stays. Okay. There we've got the beginnings of our dungeon. Here's our little dungeon demon guy. We might need to put him right there where he's kind of sticking out a little bit. And then we'll have this kind of going over that. Kind of like him poking out just a little bit. It works for me. All right, now the arch. This is sort of important. So I'm fitting this in here. Eyeballing it again. And I'm going to cut this straight, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to do my arch. The arch is the toughest part. Ow! Okay, there's my line. This whole time I've left my pen uncapped, and there's my cap. There we go. So much of this model is all about hiding all your ugly parts, right? You're not gonna notice it later. And this is, okay, so basically I learned a lot of these skills from set building in drama club. And it's really not any different. It's just a lot smaller. And I'm getting a lot more sand, a lot more sawdust on me. That's what I meant to say, sawdust. All right, we're going to file this real quick, because that does need to be smooth. Glue fingers, not cut fingers. Yes, I agree. I haven't cut anything yet. Not today. Don't jinx me. Okay. That's the top of our arch for now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put this here. I'm going to go get my drawing so we can compare it, because we want it to be really close. I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see that arch is right above his head, so that's about right. So it's not very high. So let's see. And I just noticed there's a little bit of a gap, but that's okay. Again, remember we can fill it. We can glue it and fill it, or we can make another one that's a little better. That might be easier actually to make it. Let's make it a little bigger. That way we can file it down, just like Ben was saying. Okay, straight across. Maybe. Oh, maybe that was my problem. It wasn't straight. I'm debating where is my ruler nowadays? There. We can score it to make it a little bit easier to cut. Flip it. That last little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then now I can try to fit that in. Oh yeah, that's going to be much better. Much, 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 much better. So here's the part where I've got it fit in here now. And I'm going to try to draw, freehand draw with a pencil. Where's my pencils? Well, I don't see a pencil, so I'm going to pen. And I'm just going to pull this up a little bit more. I recommend wearing a mask if you're going to sand or saw, because I think I just breathed some sawdust. So right about here, yeah, we'll do it right about here is where I'm thinking, because that way it'll give it room for the mini. Now, I'm gonna make it a little taller though. We're gonna okay. That works. I think that works. It's gonna be a little bit funny on the sides here. Hold on. I might need to redraw that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to paint it in just to see what it's gonna look like. I'll use a little black primer. So that'll help me visualize what my opening's gonna look like. And then I can always cut it out, right? Where's my black? Here it is. Okay. So I'm just gonna take the little cap full of primer. And I'll just paint this, and I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't get anything here. Hopefully that will work. Well, I just didn't think of it either until I was like, you know what, I'm not going to paint it in, but I just want to see what the arch is going to look like. And it does help, doesn't it? Doesn't it help you visualize it a little bit? And then you can push that down and we can see that negative space a little better now. Now I need to let that dry. I'm going to hit that with the hairdryer. Because I do need to adjust so that the archway is not so, right? So here's my watercolor pencil, that'll help. So we need to get rid of this little side here. That watercolor pencil's not working. I'm gonna hair dry this and we'll fill it in with white. Meanwhile, I'm gonna mute myself. My mouse fell on the floor. I'm going to mute. I'm going to hair dry this little piece of wood, although it is drying really fast. Hold on one second. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, so I just have to explain something here because I am positive that there is probably some kind of mathematical equation to help you figure out the curve of an arch, but I am not that person. I cannot do that. I have to eyeball it, and what is going on with my hat? There. And so by eyeballing it, I can see what's wrong and I can see like where it needs to have come in. So we're going to use white primer to solve that. Actually, I've got yellow primer. It's even better. So we're going to solve that. I've got my black here in case I need it. Okay. We're going to put that back on, scooch that down to about where the arch is going to be. Actually, no, it needs to be at least this tall. Yep. Okay. So I've got my neutral, it's called neutral primer, which is perfect. All right. Take a small brush this time because I'm going to get some details. And I'm actually going to use the monitor to help me a little bit. See how that curve changed? Okay. And then over here, I think it's going to work. It's close. Okay, that does help though, doesn't it? Probably need to all right, I'm looking at it and it looks a little wonky, a little bit wonky. So we're going to go back in with the black a little bit. Also, you can turn things upside down to help you visualize stuff as well. Sometimes that makes it even better. There. Now it's feeling a lot more symmetrical. What do you think? A lot better. You could use a tin. I could. Let me see. Do I have something round? I do. I have a tape. Let's see. Let's take him off. Let's do this. That was a good idea. That was a really good idea, actually. So now we're gonna use my neutral here. Let's see if that helps. I did a little bit. It bled underneath a little bit. And remember, all of this is going to get painted, so it doesn't matter what it looks like now. It does seem a lot more round. Let me blow dry this. Let me blow dry this. We'll get it. Okay, I think I'm going to use the inside of the tape. It's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit better. I'm going to pen it in. So it's nice and rounded now. Stuck to the tape. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think that's going to work. You know, whatever works, works, right? Brush. Here we go. Where's my black? And again, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be cutting it and then we're going to be adding to it and stuff later with the thing. That's better. Okay. I'm just going to stop messing with it now because we've got our shape. And this is where we kind of start to trim. Yay, you were useful. You were useful. Very. Okay. So I'm going to I'm going to go about trimming this. Let's see. Now the trick about cutting curves is don't try to cut the whole thing in one piece. And also don't bend your thing. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to pull that back out here. Slow. Got the first thing, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Ooh, careful. It gets faster when you start turning toward the grain. Is okay, good. I was making sure my lab mic was still on. There. Okay. And again, this might not be perfect, but we want just the arch, and then we'll get it all worked out with the bricks and everything later. Okay. Let's see. Push that down. See that little lip? We're going to have to cut. Oh no, I got paint on me. Okay, clean up my mess, which is now everywhere. And I managed to somehow not get any on my nails, which was amazing. Okay. So we're going to do a straight edge here, and here, and pen. Well, I drew it even though it didn't draw. I see it. Let's try that again. There. Well, it's still not drawing. My pen officially is almost kaput. Not the first time. No, it is not the first time to be covered in paint. Absolutely. All right, so I'm just going to trim. That's good. And again, remember this is on the grain, so it's super easy to trim on the grain. We'll have to file that to get all the splinters off. Here, file. There we go. And again, it does not matter yet if this is rough or not, because we're going to cover it. I always say, if you make a mistake, make it look like you did it on purpose or cover it up, you know? There. See? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? You'll see. And we can again fix it with the clay, whatever doesn't quite work. Okay. Just put a little dot of glue here just to keep that. Now, thankfully, I kept one more piece. That's going to go over the top. We're going to build a little top for this. Probably the easiest way is to flip it and carve it. And I need a new pen now. Let's use a ballpoint pen. Less likely to dry out. Okay, I got something kind of blocked in there. And this time I'm going to see if I can drag my ruler, if I can find my ruler. And I cannot. I don't know where my ruler went. So I can use another straight edge though. That'll work. That'll do. Okay. And I'm going to cut against the grain. Works so much better when I have my full arm into it. There we go. Trim that. There we go. Now, I think I will sand this a little bit. Just to get rid of those extra little ugly pieces. All right, this is my top, and it fits on there nice. I'm going to hold that. So there's gaps, but I can do the spray too. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, it's sticking now. All right, so we have our frame. This is our base now. This is our base thing of what we need to build our little plaster. Okay, so I'm debating. I have Epoxy Sculpt somewhere. Do I have enough? Let me go grab my Epoxy Sculpt because I don't want to use all my Fix-It on this. And I have Epoxy Sculpt. So I'll be right back. Yes, I do have Epoxy Sculpt still here. It's kind of old. So I want to show you this. So I think I got this from Real Bug King. This is Epoxy Sculpt and it comes in pretty big tubs. Mix it 50-50, part A and B. And we're gonna make, yeah, this is kind of old. It sort of gets like a little skin on it and you don't want that. You just want, it's almost the exact same stuff. Let's see, I don't even have a good hobby knife or anything to pull this out with, but that's okay. We do have fingers. It's going well. Progress was quicker than I thought. That's the thing, is I'm an impatient person, Bachelor. I can't be asked to like spend a lot of time, you know, ticking around. So yeah, it goes fast because I like fast. All right, so here's some of this part. This is the hardest part. This is the part B. So I'm going to mix this up until it's a little bit soft. Okay. Mix it in there. That's good. Okay. This is a pretty big piece, but it's not going to cover all of this. And we need it to. I might have to buy some new Epoxy Sculpt. There's our first ball, and then this is the white. So see, it's the exact same stuff as the Fix It. It's just, I just have a little tiny thing of Fix It. So we're going to pull out some of this white. Maybe. There we go. Okay. There's a ball of white. It looks like it's got some, oh, because it's got the black from my hands mixed into it. I lost it. Oh, it's stuck to the bottom of my, here we go. So I think we need a little bit less white. See if these match. They don't. One's bigger than the other. This one's a little bit bigger. Yeah. Yeah, it's still bigger. Well, I'm just going to remove until they match. It's pretty close. I'm going to add a little bit more material to this side. Okay. Okay, this is the fun part, actually. Yep, now they match. The fun part is putting the bricks on the base, or on the diorama. This takes a while because you have to have it thoroughly mixed. Some people use pasta makers to get this to come out okay. You can use it to mix well. See if I'm seeing any yellow. I don't want to see any yellow. It's got to be thoroughly mixed in. And it's getting soft while I'm talking, so that's good. That's a good sign because it is mixing. Give you a little workout for your hands. I think if I were going to buy the big tubs of this epoxy, I would get gray because I use my gray constantly. You can use it for kip ashing and all kinds of stuff. All right, that feels pretty mixed, and I'm looking at it and I'm not seeing any marbling, and that's important. You don't want to see any marbling. So now I have to, hold on one second. I have to put gloves on because I don't want fingerprints. Now I've got my nails on. It's going to be hard to get my gloves on. Roll it in a snake and keep folding it. Oh yeah, that works too. Absolutely. Whatever is going to work to get the result is the way you can do it. All right, got gloves. Now I'm not going to have toxic stuff on my hands either. Okay, so I'm going to just start making, and they need to be similar size to these bricks here. Right? And I'm just going to start. So I've totally forgot this step. I remember this from before, is I actually had to glue it on these little stones because they won't stick to the balsa without it. And they're going to stay soft for a minute, And that's okay, because I'm gonna show you how we're gonna texture them. You guys are getting all the secrets. See? Okay, let me go get my texturing thingy. Oh, you know what I could do? So I actually have some stones in here that we can use some for texturing. I can also use, whoa! I can also use bark or anything that already has a nice, like, stone texture, right? Let's use this one. I'm going to press it, and it's going to give me my little stone. Ooh, it's sticking to me. Okay, so if it sticks, I need a little Vaseline. I have some. Here we go. This is perfect. Oh, you know what I just found? Haha! Epoxy Sculpt in the smaller tubs. You can buy it in smaller tubs. We'll use that next because this other Epoxy Sculpt is dried out. That makes me feel better. So this is from Green Stuff World. It's Sculptor Vaseline. You do not need Sculptor Vaseline. You can use any kind of thing. And I'm just going to put that on my little stone here. So that way the Epoxy Sculpt doesn't stick there. Yeah, that's perfect. And I can also go in here with the edge of it to kind of give my little grout look, right? All right, let's just finish our little stones. Try to make them a little bit smaller than I've been making them. Put little ones in there. Try to make sure to have the edges see how that's starting to look like a stone wall a little bit. Now also, in my original one, I used a piece of bark with a lot of nice texture, but this works as well. And also watch, I'm gonna wrap this around the side. See, we're gonna camouflage. Oh, I forgot I have to freaking glue it. I forget. Well, see, that one didn't stick because I didn't glue it. And I'm sure there's better ways of doing this, but this is the fast way. All right, we're going to do a couple of big pieces, big bricks. And this is time consuming, doing this part. It is. But it's rewarding when you get done. Let's cover up this crack so I can show you why that part isn't really important. It doesn't matter if you have a little crack because you're going to cover it up. All right, wrap that around the top. I need to put glue. See? Let that glue set up a little bit. And like I said, it's okay if there's like, we're gonna do stuff to this to make it look realistic. Make sure things are, the more uneven and the more lopsided and rocky looking things are, the better. So we're going to cover up this edge. See? See, now that that super glue is cured more, I can go ahead and press in my texturing tool here that I've made. Oh, that looks good. Separate those two a little bit. It makes it look cool, more realistic. Exactly, it does. It won't look so doughy. And the thing is, you don't have to cover everything, right? Just the stuff that you can see. Go around the corner here. I want to have this one go around the corner as well. Like I said, the more textured it looks, the more stone it will look. The more stone-esque it will look. See, some of it's sticking, so I need to put a little bit of Vaseline on it to get it to stop sticking. I'm going to get a piece of bark and show you how you can do the same thing with a piece of, let me find my bark. Is that it? Nope. Oh, I thought I had it up here. And we're out of our music too. Hold on a second. There we go. There's music. Okay. Well, landscaping bark is what I'm talking about, if you can find some. I guess I don't have any handy that I thought I had. Here's a little piece. I can take it out of my gecko's tank. There's a tiny piece of cork bark. That's funny. So here's a little piece of bark, and I can do the same thing just to give a little texturing. Press it in. It doesn't stick either. That's the other nice thing. Okay. If there's like little holes and stuff, that's perfect because rocks have holes. And if there's stuff, if you get pieces of bark and stuff sticking in it, that's okay too. We're gonna prime it. It's all gonna get covered. Let's make a little piece here. This will be easier to use a small tool. I'm gonna put the Vaseline on this. There. Yes. This is why I wanted to make this, because it's got so many different ideas that people don't think of. And I know when people were seeing the results, they loved it. Okay, so I'm going to finish up here with these stones. It's gonna basically be a lot of the same here until this, I'm gonna cover this whole, all the balsa wood's gonna get covered. And then down at the bottom here, I'm gonna kind of mush this so that it kind of goes in here. Whoopsie. Oh, I lost it. Wait. Ah, there we go. See how I can reinforce that. And again, let's put super glue on it. Okay, and then I'm gonna smash this. See how it's all starting to blend in and look good? See that corner? Once it's primed, it'll look even better. Now, if you can kind of break up these stones a little bit so they feel a little bit more angular, and like I said, they won't look quite as doughy. That is better. Let's kind of try to push some angles in. And it's all right if they look doughy. I mean, again, it's going to get mostly be put. If you look at the original cover, how much of that stonework are you actually looking at? So we're not actually looking at it, are we? We're looking at the centerpiece. So we just want a feel, like an impression of stone. And that's good. And like I said, these little spaces, it's okay to leave those because they're going to get painted and filled in anyway. There. Oh, I'm gluing myself. Like I said, I'm just going to use this last little bit of Epoxy Sculpt till I'm done, and then we're probably going to end the stream here. But you get the basics idea. And then I'm hoping we might do another, I might do the rest of the stream for everybody, for like everybody who follows me. Not just patrons, but this first part is going to be patron only. So I'll tell people, hey, if you want to watch the first part of this video, go join my Patreon. We did have a new person join us recently, which is pretty cool. And then Flickster joined recently as well. Okay, see how that's looking very stony. It does look good. It's great to see you have approached how you've approached the whole project. Yeah. And I'd say a lot of times you don't get to see that with miniature painters. They don't show you the model building process, or if they do, they show you in a, see, now things are getting a little bit, yeah, we're curing. Everything is curing. If you do get to see it, a lot of times it's already photographed and stuff. And then there's always something missing, right? Whenever it's like that, there's always something missing, or you don't really get to see the full effect. Okay, that was the last of my epoxy sculpt. Thank you guys so much for being my patrons, and it really means a lot to me. We're coming along with the model. It's kind of in a lull right now, so I appreciate your patience. This month is going to start speeding up toward the end of the month, though, because I'm going to be getting with the sculptor, or not the sculptors, the casters, and we're going to get some more info, and that'll be really great. And so, anyway, there we go. We've got the beginnings of our little demon dungeon, and it's going to look pretty cool. And put him right here. There you go. Yes. Thank you. And I will see you guys Tuesday and Wednesday on the Discord, because I'm going to be, oh wait, let's do our, I completely forgot. Let's do our whip trips. I don't want to forget you guys. Let's do whip trips real quick, since you're here. Whip gallery. Okay, we got Fertino and Jen. I'm going to put everybody's stuff up who is, who showed up today. I'm going to put, very cool. And then Frick. Did you put anything in there, Don? Benjamin Prime's got some. Okay, good. Oh, very cool. You guys are doing such a great job. All right, I'm opening up all the links. There we go. Oh, and Bug King. That's an old one. Okay, so yeah. All right. I think I'm going to show off these. Let's take a look here. Hold on. Been a minute since I did whip trips. It's going to let me. There we go. There we go, properties. There we go. Okay, so let's go back. I'm gonna go back a minute here. There's our first image. Let me see how that's looking. Okay, we gotta shrink. Bear with me a minute. There we go. Can you guys see that? Perfect. Okay, so this is Jen's. And it looks like she's got some, oh, what's the name of these? I can never remember the name of them. Let me see if she said it in chat. Current project, Bushido minis. Yes, that is what they are. They look amazing. So that's the first picture, and here's the next one. Uh-oh, I messed up. No. Bear with me for 1 second. I don't know what I'm doing here. There. There. This is the next one. Those are more Bushido minis. She's got a gorilla and a fox maiden. Very cool. I like the basing. This is, I believe, this one is Frick Dino's Slender Man. That's the one that you've been working on, isn't it? cool. That's beautiful. Look at the blending on the, very nice. There's the front. Looks really creepy and good. And then this one belongs to Benjamin's Prime. That is cool. So these are 3D printed stuff that he printed. Very appropriate with this music, don't you think? Look, oh my gosh, so cool. I want to see a close-up. Wow. Wow, very, very cool. That is big. That is so cool. You sorry you weren't able to because your wife's not well? That's no problem. That's no problem. I just wanted to make sure that we got our whip trips done because you guys, oh, what did I do to my, hold on a second. There we go. There. Put my frame back. Looks great, put you to shame. I like it, Frederick. Very, very nice. Very nice Slenderman. All right, so that's the end of our stream. Thank you guys so much for coming by. And, whoops, wrong one. There we go. I will be doing this again next month, but I don't know. We might do something different with we're probably going to do a painting stream next time. So, yeah, no room for shame. Exactly. Yeah. All right, guys, you have a good one, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, wrong one.